Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to this installment of G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert, and we're working on the greenhouse. Yeah, I got a little bit done today. I should have had more done, but I'll show you what happened. It slowed me down a little bit here. I'm going to have fun joking with the manager from Harbor Freight, where I bought this, about the situation. Maybe he can send that notice into them and say, hey guys, let's get with it. What the heck's wrong with you? Anyway, want to show you something. I'm gonna head on over here. I don't know, I get a little cramp or gout or something going in my right big toe. I guess I should cut back on the beer a little bit. Not. All right. All right, so here we go. These are the corner posts. Okay, and it's pretty obvious, as if you're mechanically inclined like I am, as to how they go in. There's single holes on the two corners at the bottom that are going to bolt onto the bottom frame. And there's double holes at the top because it's got to hold those brackets that are going to hold the gable for the roof. Okay, so that's just pretty obvious that that's the way they're going to go. And I'll show you in a little while, actually in the book, it shows the double holes at the top, single holes at the bottom. Okay, so let me get around here and show you this. Can you read that? Bottom. All four poles have the bottom sticker on the top of the pole. All four corner pieces. Just ridiculous. I sat there and I looked at these things and I said, there's no way in the world I can put those in that way and still get the gable brackets on the four corners. That's just not going to work. So I put them in this way and went back and double checked the book, and the book says this is the way they go in. So I got them in. They're all set. These posts here are all real easy to put in. You loosen the bolt at the bottom, and these things slide over the head of the bolt, and then you tighten them back up again. And you have to put them at the top. One thing it does require you to do, you can see it over there on the other side at the bottom, there's a whole bunch of extra screws inside those the slots. These things have a slot in them so that the heads of the bolt will slide in. And all of those bolts, that requires you to put 4 extras in each one of those, except for the corner ones that only require 2 short ones and 1 long one, because there are horizontal braces that are going to go on this, and you have to slide those things up and hook your horizontal braces in. And I've already figured that out. So a word of advice, if you're going to be building one of these, when you get started on those, all the bolts are going to be at the bottom. So start putting in your horizontal braces at the top. Slide a single bolt all the way to the top and bolt it into place where it's got to go. Put your horizontals in there, and you'll be okay. If you try starting at the bottom, you're not going to be able to get the other bolts equalized and in place. It's easier if you start from the top and work down. All right, it's got some supports here. The supports have an extra long bolt that goes through here because there's actually another support, horizontal support, that goes behind this, and that runs the whole length of this thing. So those are to hold the panels. And speaking of the panels have these little spring clips that are going to hold them into place, and I don't like that. So what I'll be doing is I'll be putting first window silicone on there, putting the panels into place, putting the clips on, and then I'll be using the self-drilling, self-tapping screws to go right through the aluminum into place. Now I did also add down at the bottom here, you see these are self-drilling, tapping, and I'll show you what they look like here in a second. As soon as I limp over here to the box. Okay, so this is what they look like. They have a drill head at the end, and these have hex heads. And this is a magnetic driver, so it makes it easy because you put one in there, it sticks in place, and then you can reach down, and as you start shooting it with your screw gun, it drills through and then threads itself right into the metal. Now, the reason I put those down there at the bottom was because when I was putting the base aluminum on here, they have these little slide up clips that go under the lip of the base metal, and you can see them over there. They slide up, and you got to fasten those into place, and those are hold down straps. Well, I thought to myself, I don't want to rely on just those little hold down straps. And once I got all of the hold down straps on this edge, I accidentally hit that bottom aluminum plate, and it just disconnected from the base. It just flipped over and disconnected. So I said, nope, I ain't going to go like that. So I shot a couple of those screws into here, and I will be shooting a couple more in the corners after I get all of the panels into place, just so that they're not in the way as I'm doing my work. And I did them around the back here also. But here I've got to put up these special extra high struts to go up to the back wall gable. And the winds are starting to pick up. They held off all day, gave me a nice day of work, although it was hot as heck out here. And I just finished a cold beer sitting in the shade with the wind blowing. I'm going to go inside and have one more before I take a nice hot shower. Oh, no, I think I'll take a nice cold shower. Because I am filthy out here, walking around with shorts and flip-flop with all this dirt and dust around here. I am dirty. So I'm going to get cleaned up and kick back and relax. And I'm not sure what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I may just do something that I have canned, like I have some chicken vegetable noodle soup. And I made a big batch of that. I gave some to my neighbors, and I'm going to also have the rest of it myself tonight with some saltine crackers in there, and get an early time into the sack after a nice shower, and I might even take 2 showers tonight. And then I'll head out here in the morning and get some more done. See if I can't get this thing closed in if the winds hold off. All right, everybody, that's all I have for right now. I'm just catching you up to date on this. This is G Bear signing off.